Well, what you wanna see?
Boom! And we're live.
Hey guys. Oh,
I don't know what happened there.
straight arm in it.
What's the crack?
Hello, people, and welcome back
to
the Lemon Squeeze. Sorry.
Just stop.
Welcome back to the Lemon Squeeze podcast. It's me, one of your co-hosts, Zach, and joining us is the other co-host, whose name is.
No.
Oh, Lee could only say his name.
No. Imagine that. You go and say one word in. That was it. Only your name. That is a weird looking cat and I love it.
Hello. So the background this week, people, for the audio listeners, because I know there's quite a few of you who don't watch the YouTube videos. So if you do, just get over there and subscribe anyway. But the background is a cat.
I really like his head. Let me screenshot that because I've got to go in the thumbnail.
He's scratching. Oh, he's licking his paw.
Hang on, for everyone that's listening, we are on YouTube, by the way, so like and subscribe over there. And I'm trying to get people over there.
I literally just said that, Lee.
Did you?
This is what I'm dealing with. 67 episodes in, he doesn't listen to a word I say.
I don't learn, no.
But yeah, there's a cat, and he's got his tongue out constantly, and really glossy eyes.
Love it. And apparently, like, this video is over 1 hour long.
Oh, someone's stroking it.
So someone has forced his cat to sit in front of a flame for over 1 hour.
Yeah, just cooking.
That's why his eyes are glossy, because he's sweating.
His tongue's out.
He's sweating out the eyes.
I'm actually not a massive fan of cats.
You know?
Normally, I mean, I love all animals, but I would never want a cat. But if my cat had its tongue out constantly like that, I think I'd want it.
They're right cats. I've had some cats. They're
You look like a cat, man.
I've had a dog and I've had some cats.
Yeah,
They're both completely different animals. I do like
strange that.
I do like a cat. Yeah, cool. Yeah,
They're both completely different animals. Well, there you go. If you don't learn anything else this episode, dogs and cats, they're not the same.
yeah.
So Lee,
I'm not sure Saint's lumpy just come out in there.
that is a very funky coloured coffee you've got there, my friend.
Something was quite lumpy. Oh fuck it, I don't
That's
care.
all right.
If it's old milk, it's old milk. Or it's like tea from a fishing trip from about 2 years ago.
Just a boilie in there. Just a bit of spam. What have you been up to, Lee?
Nothing. You?
Oh, don't.
Nothing.
No.
What have I done? I've been sort of hanging about over parks and stuff. Not like you, but
Me?
I've been going
What
to...
do you mean like me?
Because I think last week you were saying you was hanging around parks and stuff lately.
No.
I'm sure you did.
I went over and played football.
Oh, right.
Not hanging around parks. Just graffitiing.
Yeah, so
What'd you do over there then?
I've been taking my daughter there.
Oh,
It's quite good. Yeah, it's all right. It's, you sort of realise how good looking your own child is. Because there's some weird looking kids over parks. I'm not trying to be judgmental or...
Yeah, but this is the thing. Do you not think that they think that their kid looks good?
Probably. I mean, there was a kid over there, just weird eye, like everything about it was weird. Big skull and the stuff. It wasn't
Big skull.
It wasn't a disabled kid. It
Otherwise
was
known
just,
as a big head.
It just had no hair, and it was like, it was just because the thing is, like, I think I've got quite a sweet baby. She just got she's well proportioned, got some hair, and she smiles.
Yeah.
These other kids, like, they can walk. But they're just like, and they just sort of big heads, big, like they've got no hair on them, big ears, and like, it's they haven't grown into their face yet.
Yeah,
basically.
that is definitely a thing. Like, and someone said to my girlfriend, like, "Oh, you've really grown in." Like, this is when my girlfriend went and knocked on someone's door who she knew when she was younger.
To strangers.
No, yeah,
You got a weird baby. That's it.
They said something like to her, "Oh, you've really like grown into something." I can't remember what they said. Like, and I took it as like, I've seen pictures of my girlfriend. I've seen pictures of my girlfriend when she was like 15, and her features are massive for her face.
Yeah.
But like that is a thing. Like you can you can be ugly. I'm not saying she was ugly. She weren't ugly.
Yeah.
Like, you can be ugly like until you're 16.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like as a man, like I don't know what women change like, but men definitely like your nose grows.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It can grow for the better.
Yeah. Do you tend to find an ugly baby turns into quite a good-looking baby? And it's normally the other way around. Good-looking baby.
What turns into quite a good-looking person? You mean? Like an adult?
You say, yeah. Like that's what they say.
I think that's bullshit.
Whether people just trying to blow smoke up their kid's ass or something, but
I think that's that.
Yeah.
I think it's like when they say like, oh, two ugly people make a good-looking baby.
Because they used to say at school, yeah, the good-looking girls at school won't turn out good-looking later on. I don't know how true that is. I don't really know even, but I don't think any of them have necessarily just got ugly. Just all of a sudden, someone's just got a massive head and small arms, and like everything just goes kind of different. I think everyone can go ugly if they don't look after themselves.
Yeah, but I think that's what that means. Like, it's definitely there's definitely no correlation to it, really. I think it's more the fact that if you've got it from that age, like you've always had it. Do you know what I mean? Lee, fucking pay attention.
Yeah, it's not the best tasting coffee. It's not gonna.
Yeah, it don't look it. It looks like you've shit in a cup.
Yeah. No, I say what you're saying.
But like I think where they've had it, they
like so life's easy.
Yeah,
for them, and
so there's no struggle. There's never been a struggle there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So like they've never had to work for their looks, and I think that happens with good-looking boys who are good-looking throughout school. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like they don't seem to. I don't know.
Yeah,
it just doesn't seem to go well for them, and it must be that thing of like where like you haven't had a struggle in your life in some way, in that aspect. And they say the same with like business people, like all these people who make it big seem to have had a struggle at some point.
Yeah, 100%.
Like they've all had to overcome something.
I totally agree with what you're saying. I think people they tend to get comfortable in their own skin. Yeah, and they just stay the same their whole lives. Yeah, it's like the typical like when you see like a movie and stuff, you get like. The head of the football team still driving his same car from school. Have you seen sort of films like this?
Yeah, I don't.
And they'll turn up and it's like, is that the car you had from school? He's like, yeah. And like by then they're like 41 and they're like, yeah, it's time to change. Time to change.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but you intend to find like I've known some models and stuff like that was in Dubai, and they're like Instagram models. So through a friend of a friend, basically, it's all a part of the same. Group of people that I was introduced to, and these Instagram models were always insecure. That was the reason why they become an Instagram model. Yeah. So they wanted to get the likes, and then they started all the fitness, then the boob stuff, and then the stuff that goes in the face, and that's where it all starts from being insecure.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like I know. First, I was chubby in school. Like fat in year 9.
I don't really remember. You're never a big guy.
I see pictures of myself in year 9. It was definitely peak. Like that was the peak prime fat stage. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That was fat boy. But it was because I weren't tall. Like I played every single sport. I probably ate like pretty normal, but I didn't grow. Yeah. And I'm not like a small build. But then, like, as I've got taller, like, it's sort of filled out. But I always had that thing. Even when I look back at pictures now, when I was smashing gym out, like, all the time, and like, I've got, like, a six-pack, everything. I remember looking in the mirror then when I had that and was never happy. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was like, even though I could see, like, I'm in good shape, there's always something wrong. There's always something else. I'd sit down and I'd get a roll there and I'd be like, oh, fucking hell, like, I've got to get rid of that. Do you know what I mean? It is an insecure thing. Yeah.
No, I understand that.
But yeah, and I think that's why there's so many suicides in that sort of industry. Like with Love Island things. Yeah. Because they're all insecure in some way. Yeah. Not all of them, but that's really like a high percentage of them are. So when they come out and they get all this fame and then maybe it goes, it's very hard for them to deal with.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying.
But... Yeah. Well, how do we get onto that?
We started off about talking about his cat, and
Just escalated from
I'm
the
not
cat.
sure, yeah, what the link was there.
But yeah, I want to say quick congratulations as well to one of our listeners, Big Bad Rob. He got a shout out, didn't he, from Chris D'Elia.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So remember Chris D'Elia? We spoke about him a while ago.
Yeah.
So he just
He's like one of your podcast idols, isn't he?
yeah,
He's the guy that you really like.
I do really like. I think he's just proper funny. Like he does his podcast on his own, and he just takes the piss out of people basically. But he got cancelled, didn't he?
Yes, because of the underage sort of scandal or something like that.
Yeah. So I had this little discussion with someone, another podcast, searching
With these kids.
yeah, but I don't think he was ever. I think it was all allegations. As far as I know, there was nothing ever solid, and I'm not going into
Because I think what could have stemmed something was I'm sure he was in a movie
and he was a paedophile.
where he played a paedophile.
That was in You, the season
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Series on Netflix.
Yes.
And he was
So
a paedophile. Yeah.
if I was him,
Yeah.
I would have never taken a paedophile role.
No.
I'm just saying, anyone out there that gets offered a paedophile role, no. If someone goes, Zach, yeah, I'll give you $5 million for like a film, and you'll be in you play the paedophile
I've just
in the
done
next
myself in the eye with coffee.
biggest movie.
Yeah.
What would you say?
Well, I would, but like I haven't
If
got
there's no
anything
money involved.
I haven't texted any underage girls. Do you know what I mean?
I suppose.
It's hard.
I can see how people would have watched that and then thought of him. Like,
Well, yeah.
they get a weird.
He obviously
opinion.
liked. Like, I mean, he's 39 or something. Say, he obviously liked 18-year-olds. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was or like that sort of 18 to 21.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bear
there's
in
nothing
mind,
wrong with that.
These girls do look older than 18.
Yeah. Well, guys, I've seen like
Yeah.
girls out in places and like people were swarming them. I'm thinking they look young, but
Yeah.
really, like they're in a place like where they're surrounded by 21-year-old men.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
you've got to
yeah.
be careful. But
Yeah.
even if he really likes 18-year-olds, that's fair. Like and the seediness of the text, I think that's fair as well. Like you do
Yeah.
what you want. You're an 18-year-old person. I remember. I think I said it on here before, but I see a 19-year-old girl complaining that she was 19 at the time and he was like taking advantage of her. I thought, you're 19. Like
Yeah.
you're a grown adult then.
You
Like,
should, yeah, like most 19-year-olds are driving around in cars.
yeah. Like, and I'm not being funny. Although it's bad because he's using his fame for gaining a bit of leverage over like you in that way.
Yeah.
But you're 19. Like you should be switched on by now. Like you should know that like
Yeah.
these people do that. But
Yeah, I'm with you.
and if say we blew up and someone had conversations of me, like I've gone back and read conversations with my girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am
What? This is from when you was young?
no. Like when I first started speaking to my girlfriend,
Right.
obviously I was on Tinder.
Yeah.
Like I used to speak to loads of girls on there, and
yeah.
I've like gone back and read through that like one Valentine's I was printing off our first messages for it, and I am so cringy. Where like I could almost relate to Chris D'Elia, where I was thinking, oh mate, like how did I say shit like that? But
Like what though? Like
everything was like a sexual innuendo.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
See, I'm not like that.
yeah.
I don't speak. I don't flirt at all.
Oh, I'm very flirty, but
I'm not. Nah. So, show me.
I ain't got it. I ain't got
Look
it.
back in this account and show me.
Oh, it's just like
Yeah.
say like we blew up and we got really famous.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, none of them are underage, so it doesn't matter about that.
Yeah.
But like, if someone wanted to say like, oh,
Yeah.
he's so seedy,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? They could, because I mean, honestly, I'll read them back and I was like, oh my fucking god, like I am the cringiest geezer around. Everything was like sexual. But obviously that slowly changed. But I think you just get into such a habit of doing it, like growing up like as a young man, like, and you're getting a bit of attention from girls. Probably like
Yeah.
if
Of
it
course.
works.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So basically, Rob, he's just come back from being cancelled. Chris D'Elia.
What do you mean by getting cancelled? Like,
So
because I always hear this. So who's cancelling his podcast if it's on YouTube?
It's not. So he's not. No one's cancelling his podcast. It's just like what they say now for cancelling someone. So there's allegations against him. Yeah.
And YouTube stopped him from being discovered.
No. He stopped posting anything, but it's probably like and people dropped him. Like what's it called? Like a load of his friends dropped him. Even though they didn't hear from him, like he's come out and said since, like they didn't hear from him. But that's Hollywood. Like they're all like just in it for gain.
Yeah.
And he was like at the top of his comedy game at this point.
Yeah.
He was in a film coming out, I think this year, but they cut him out of the film completely and have re-recorded it with someone else
Fucking hell.
over allegations. This is what I don't like. If he's convicted, if it's like all legit,
Yeah.
cancel him. Like he's a paedophile.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But you can't do this over allegations.
No.
Like it's
100%.
bollocks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because like he's worked hard to be there, so now he's got to start again.
Yeah, pretty much. Like he's probably lost a load of respect from people and probably might not ever get in the position he was, but it's over allegations. If he gets fully found guilty. So this is why the person that messaged me on Instagram was saying like he's a bit of a paedophile or whatever, something like that. And
Sorry, who said that?
so it was, remember the scary podcast Searching?
Yeah.
They weren't saying it in a horrible way. Like nobody like get the ump with them. Like they was being genuine.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'm not gonna give in to cancel culture and just jump on something because of allegations. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be set in stone.
Right. Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Otherwise,
I
where are we going to go? This is a note I wrote down.
It's kind of the same as a school playground when someone goes, you got a small willy, and then suddenly the whole year calls this one person
Yeah.
they got a small willy.
And you know that person for the rest of the 5 years as Small Willy Pete or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
In the case I'm talking about, I think he did though. Someone told me. Anyway, it's not the point. But it's not the point. No one saw his willy apart from a girl. So actually, you saying that?
Who?
I ain't saying names and stuff. You've heard this story before, but going back to what you were saying, it was one girl that opened her mouth one day to her friends and laughed about it, and then the whole school then took the piss out of this one person over it.
Yeah.
So she's just the same as one of these people.
Yeah, it is the same
at the time.
On a big
people
scale.
laugh. People laugh at the time, but actually, we think about it now. It must be horrible for him.
Yeah, but 100%. I mean, that'd be like the worst thing. Like when you're growing up. But I mean, like this is what I'm saying. At what point is because I've got I thought about this in the week.
What like? If we just push it as hard as we can and say we should be cancelled.
Oh, Lee, like if we're gonna get cancelled, like we've already said our stuff to get cancelled.
Yeah.
But it don't matter.
Yeah.
But we're anti-cancel culture brigade, all right?
Yeah.
If you want to join the Illuminati, we do not give in to cancel culture.
No, 100% not.
Right? We give people the benefit of the doubt until they're convicted, and then we'll say, yep, that geezer was a nonce, or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goes into the nonce catalogue and stays there. But
Nonce catalogue.
I'm not giving into it. And I've got in my notes saying, how will today's generation of kids, like teenagers, whatever, how are they going to grow up now? Or maybe like just a little bit younger than teenagers. Like whoever's going into secondary school now, how will they be like when they're in their 30s or whatever? How is it going to go with cancel culture? Do you think it's going to get worse and worse and worse, where we're just going to be like no one can say anything out of line?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Piers Morgan's been chucked off of. Well, Piers Morgan's like this like enemy. Like, do you know what I mean? Everyone, this horrible person that everyone hates. I don't hate him. Don't get me wrong. I don't agree with everything he says, but I think you should be allowed to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And just because someone says that they've got something wrong with their mental health doesn't make them exempt from having an opinion. Because how easy is that?
I think it gets worse the older you get. So, for example, like back to speaking of like the royal family, they probably did ask what colour the baby was going to be.
Yeah.
Right? But when you're like 99 years old, like Prince Philip,
Yeah.
he probably didn't know many black people.
No.
So when you grow up in a sort of a fucking 100 years ago nearly,
Yeah.
and then you see society different today, and you say, oh, there's loads of black people here now, let's say.
Yeah.
People will take that as that's racist. No, it's not. It's just he's seen a difference. So he's got to be very careful of what he says. So when someone's life changes, and I think that's going to be something that people can get cancelled over. You know, you had like Piers Morgan had the yump over calling the royal family racist.
Mm.
That's what he had the yump about.
Yeah.
So he was being a patron in England for the Queen, and he gets cancelled.
Yeah, but I think the thing that pushed it over the edge was him saying something about her mental health. She said something about feeling suicidal or something.
Yeah.
If she felt suicidal, like that is like obviously
Yeah.
devastating. Like
Yeah, it's bad, yeah.
anyone that's in that position is horrible.
Yeah.
But just because you say you were suicidal can't make you exempt from any criticism.
No.
Like you're in the public eye now. Like you like you knew this when you signed up to this.
If you're yeah, no, I see what you're saying. What was I gonna say about it? I was gonna I had it in my head, but I was like, this is gonna open a can of worms. I ain't gonna say it. But yeah,
Okay.
I can't be bothered to keep going on about it.
Well, I just think like it's a very lazy way of getting out of it. Because imagine this blew up. We got loads of fans. But
Yeah.
also, you'd have loads of people
Yeah.
giving us shit.
Yeah.
Like we know full well that would come with it.
See, here's the thing, right? This is what I'm not trying to be insensitive to mental health, right? I've had issues with it myself,
Yeah.
right? But
Holy.
ultimately,
Yeah.
it stems from your own decisions, right? You don't just wake up and you have mental health. It's loads of things in your life that create the problem, right?
I don't know.
Some people can have schizophrenic and things like that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's DNA.
But I think
right?
like depression is like a chemical imbalance in your head.
As I say, I haven't studied the topic, but is it a chemical balance that you can control as well? Like, if you're going to constantly judge yourself against other people, well, then you're going to feel like that every day, and then you become that eventually. So is it a self-conflicted thing over a long period of time? Not just over 2 weeks, because the actual suicide rate is going up rapidly. So it's not like suddenly we've developed mental health. It's coming from the way we are. It's like going for a run every day isn't going to make you skinny. It's changing your lifestyle that makes you skinny. It's the same thing, which I believe with social media. Like, if Meghan Markle's going to sit there every night and read the newspaper about bad press, just fucking don't buy a newspaper and don't search yourself.
I know, but
once you're in that limelight, you married Prince Harry.
yeah. Well, she was well famous before that.
There must, yeah, but not to this level. Like, she's
No,
probably
no.
gone to one of the most famous women in the world at this point.
Yeah.
Right. So I know it's hard.
Yeah.
It must be well hard for her. I quite like her. She probably made some mistakes. I don't care. I don't care. Like, the average family has a cheating person or an uncle that does something stupid, or you might have done in the future. You might do something so fucking stupid. Things go wrong in families, and nothing particularly has gone too bad in that family. It's just you're dealing with the image of a fucking prince and kings and queens and whatever. Like, nobody can be ready for that.
No. But well, going back to the mental health thing, I don't think we can say.
I think you're doing well. So I think you're doing well of doing what you're doing. So
I don't think she's watching.
you never know.
I don't think you can say it's self-inflicted. Like,
I'll send her a message on Instagram so watch it.
the mental health thing. Like, we don't know enough about it to say that.
Yeah.
And like, if we're gonna get cancelled, we don't want it to be for that, because
No, I'm not trying to be insensitive of the matter. I just think It's not really about the actual mental health side of things. It's about being cancelled to whatever you say. You know, like, where's the line where you just don't... If I don't have an opinion on mental health, there's no conversation about mental health. If I have an opinion, right, and all it takes, say 1,000 people listened, and half of them just too depressed to care what I'm saying, and 5% go, maybe you're right. Maybe you can just switch off Instagram. Just literally press delete. It's that simple. You don't need social media.
Yeah, I know, but
get rid of it and you feel better straight away.
Why should they get rid of social media? Because
you can't handle it. Don't get in a car. It's too fast for you to drive.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking hike a mountain that you're not fit enough to hike it. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like everyone cares about how many followers they've got. But have you actually gone through how many followers that you actually like? Because I went for a stage where I was like, I know what these people are like. And I just sat there and looked at it. I was like, I don't want any of these people knowing my personal family life for the rest of my life now. I don't want it. Going through all these people that we know. I ain't spoken to in 5 years. They're probably judging me. Get rid of everybody. And I got down to 60 people, and probably 50 of those people were people I speak to very often, and 10 of those people were either supporters of the podcast. That's it. Yeah. And I felt so much relief about it. I can post a picture of my daughter and know each one of those people go, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And I did the same. I unfollowed them, and I made my account that make them unfollow me or whatever it is.
But this is why it's so hard to talk about. No matter what you say, like, people will say, "Oh, you don't understand. You've never dealt with it." Like, I've never been depressed. I'm not. I've heard that it's like some people say that it's a chemical imbalance of the brain. If it's that, then it's just one of those things that you can't do anything really.
I have had it quite a few times.
Yeah.
So it's thing is, right, when it comes to mental health, especially depression, it surges. You can't really control when it comes and goes. It 1 minute you're fine, 1 minute you're in a really bad place, and all of a sudden you just sort of get yourself back to normal, and it surges. And I've had this conversation with a few people, and they said, "I know what you mean. It just comes, doesn't it?" It does. Like, sometimes it can leave you for 5 years, and then all of a sudden it surges back up. But what I figured out was I'm fucking miserable. That's why they're coming back. I'm getting up and I hate my job. I'm getting up and I fucking hate my body, or all these small things. Once you start getting your own control of your own life, you get that depression out of it. So in your circumstance, you probably love all your friends. You actually quite like your job. You're a fortunate middle class guy with great family health and a nice family home, and quite a respectable girlfriend, like with a nice family as well. Like, your life's going okay. Like, it's going very well. Like, there's nothing to be depressed about. People that get depressed are the ones that are staring at their fucking 600 followers and they're not getting enough likes, or they're not tall enough, or like you said earlier on, they hate their job. I love what I do every single day.
Yeah.
And that made me happier. By getting rid of people's social media, it relieved the stress. So I challenge people. Listen to this episode. Go through your Instagram and try and cut it by 50%. Just cut the people that you think that are going to be laughing about you. Because trust me, not many people care about you, Zach.
Yeah, of course.
I've got probably 5 or 6 people that actually care about me. Out of hundreds of friends, right? They don't give a fuck about you. I know they don't, because I don't give a fuck about them, because I can't give a fuck about everybody I know. I can only put my time into the only people that I've got time for. I know that sounds rude.
No,
I still love people, but every time someone has a problem, I ain't got time for everyone's problems. I've got a time for the people that I know that there's always there for me.
Yeah. I think that's a very, very good point. Very good point, Lee.
Because in your 20s, everyone cares what everyone cares about. And then in your 30s, you try and make everybody think a certain way about you by proving how big your house is and your cars is. Then you get to fucking 40 and you realise, hang on, I don't think anyone's fucking watching. And again, then you get to 50 and then you realise that no one actually gives a shit about you in the first place. Then when you're 60, half of them are dead. It's true. You never said bye, they just fucking died. Fuck.
Yeah. It is, I know. Right. I know.
That is how you get rid of stress. Trust me, like, you got to just stop giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Don't be rude, as we said like last week. Make sure you do things for the right reason.
Yes.
As long as you can live on that principle, you're gonna fuck up. So don't worry about it. Don't get depressed. Stop saying sorry for fucking things up.
No, that's a good point, Lee. Like with the follower thing, because I was thinking this like maybe today. I think it might have been.
Let's start a challenge. Delete 50% this week, and then
Yeah.
when everybody's done it, put a big fucking lemon and challenge accepted or something like that. Let's start a campaign of it. Like,
Like there's someone on my Instagram. Like there's a group of people. I know them like from around this area, but they always post their runs. Like I do a lot of running.
yeah,
But they always post their runs like every day. Like done. Like or a picture of them
Done.
like sweating, and I think like, and they're not like runners.
done.
Shut up. They're not like runners or anything. Like they're quite flash. And I thought,
Yeah,
I don't know why I thought this earlier. I thought, who are they posting that for? Like who?
no.
Like what? Like obviously they're trying to show like they're fit or whatever. And I thought like if you've got like a fitness page or whatever, you're trying to promote your business and like show like how fit you are. Fair enough.
Yeah,
But I thought, who are they posting that for? And
Yeah.
it does sort of come back to that thing of like you're trying to impress a load of people who. Like, I don't know. Why are you trying to impress these people?
that's it. Social media is a single man's game. That's it.
Yeah.
Use social media if you're single. Advertise yourself. That's what it's for.
That's true. That's true.
That's what
'cause
it's for. Like, yeah, it's fine.
the second I was with Rosie,
Yeah.
like I mean, I've probably done like two posts
Yeah.
maybe since I've been with Rosie, and they're like ones with
Yeah.
Rosie
That's it.
and ones of a wedding. So
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with those sort of occasions. I'm not saying social media is bad.
no, it's not.
I'm just saying get rid of everyone. Just get rid of most people on there. I know, like you sit there and you go through it, and what I've done, I think it was like 290 or 300, something like that. It wasn't a lot because I'm not into social media. And I just ribbled it down, and I got down to 150 and went, all right, let's go for round 2. Let's get this to 100. And I was like, no, fuck this. Let's get this to 60 or fucking 80 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I finally got to 80 sharp. I was like, fucking yes, I can post something. Not one person in there is gonna be negative, and that feeling's good.
Yeah.
Not like I'm gonna post shit anyway.
Yeah.
And also, when it comes to social media, stop following fucking celebrities. You know, like you got these celebrities that are just posting these fantastic houses they've got and stuff. It's gonna make you depressed because no one. Because this is the thing, right? It's not like a shade of white where you can hold it up and go, oh, that's a certain shade, right?
Yeah.
When you're young, our age, nobody knows where they're supposed to be in life. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be worth 5 million, 10 million, or fucking $2,000. I don't fucking know. And I think the reality is most people are in the same problem. No one wants to be the fattest kid of the group. No one wants to be the poorest kid of the group. No one wants to be the less cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every group, you're just competing with each other because no one wants to be the worst in that group. A real friendship admits who's the worst and they're happy about being the worst at a certain thing. That's what I've noticed. So if I can help my friends do something,
Yeah.
I will. But if I need their help, because I don't want to be the best at everything. I don't want to be the best looking and the richest and the coolest in one group. It's never going to happen. And I've seen groups of lads, just competing like this for
Yeah.
years. And it's sad because a majority of the group behind them is thinking, oh, fucking hell. It is what it is, but you do like them. That's who they become.
Yeah. You've confused me a little bit there. I'm not sure what we got onto.
Yeah, what I don't know. There was something. It's about how we don't know where we're supposed to be, and stop following celebrities.
Oh yeah, but so, I
when you
don't
see, like,
necessarily
a
agree with the celebrity thing though, because
not
I think
all random celebrities.
if you can't see that, like you could use that as motivation. When people, I don't like these people that are in the media blaming celebrities, like or influencers. Oh, they're at blame for everyone getting depression because they're showing stuff that not anyone else can have. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, but they've done something to get it.
yeah,
It's like, and if you can't see the difference between that,
yeah.
like you can't just sit behind a screen and think, oh, why can't I have that? Well, get the fuck
See-
up and work for it.
See, the thing is, I'm not against it. So I do follow celebrities, but I don't try to follow too many.
Well,
So-
from the ones you care about.
When you drown your social media in celebrity, because like what happens is people watch like Only Way is Essex, and then they'll follow every cast member, and then they think that's reality. It's like, no, that's not reality. Like they're acting.
Yeah, but they shouldn't think that's
A majority
reality.
of them.
That's stupid.
But
like,
not many people.
but what can you do? Like, you
get so many people that are depressed that are just sitting there on their sofa watching these programs and they're miserable in life. That's why they think that's a reality.
But they're obviously you can't blame the celebrities for posting what they're posting, and you're falling for it.
I'm not blaming the celebrities.
Yeah,
I'm saying don't get roped in with all this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not blaming celebrities at all.
I think these people, if you can't tell that difference, they're not going to take advice.
Yeah.
There's obviously something wrong, like whether they're not smart enough or what. But if you think that all these things that you see on the internet are real, you're obviously
that cat must be so fucking off sitting there.
There's obviously something wrong somewhere.
I just because after I got rid of all those people, I started following simple stuff like some nice clothing brands, a little bit of my style, because then in your head you see the style and then you build yourself in your head. It's like I like to follow kind of inspirational quotes and things like this.
Yeah.
So
if you eat 7 apples a day, you better get ready for a big workout.
it's true. Like I saw this post yesterday, and it had a picture of like a calling screen. You know, like an iPhone black calling screen with the red and the green. And it had 2 of them on there. One said mum and one said dad.
Calling.
Yeah, like a home calling screen on an iPhone. And then above it said, "You are the luckiest person in the world if you still have this." It's like, it's so true.
Yeah, I mean, not if your dad's a twat though.
No, one day the phone calls are going to stop. But the reason I like these quotes,
Yeah, I know.
it gives you this little motivation.
Yeah, of course. And
That's
I
what you
think,
surround yourself in.
yeah. Listen, you become what you surround yourself with. This is one of the...
This fella.
Well, mate, look, everyone's got something to offer. Everyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's where you need to take the positives out of everyone. Like, even if someone's a complete wrong-un, they're offering you something because you're seeing something that you don't want to be.
They'll suck your dick for some crack.
I mean, like...
Yeah, I understand.
Like, if someone you know is like a thief or like... And they have people over for money, but they're in your group, don't start hanging around with them, but they're there for a reason. They're there so you can see exactly what not to be like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you've never experienced that person,
Yeah.
you're none the wiser.
Yeah.
So you got to take the positives out of every single thing you see.
It's true. Like, there are some people I know. I'm not trying to be horrible about these people, but I don't want to be like them at all. And you do think, you're an example of what I don't want to be. And sometimes, it's fine to have those people around, but just don't get too caught up on it.
Yeah.
Because like when you're younger and people used to wind me up more. Now I'm older, I don't really care. Like if someone's going down this avenue where he's been an arsehole to girls and whatever, ain't my business.
Yeah.
I ain't getting involved anymore. It's not my problem.
Well, this is something that I sort of struggle with the place that I work. Like, obviously, like I'm on building sites a lot.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, I love like the banter. Like, usually like people are quite funny and like nice people, but you get the retards. I'm using the R word here. Cancel us. But like you get the ones who are in school like you're right, like I was doing this accent today at work, but I was like, yeah, you're right, like just like in school, like I just didn't really listen to anything, like I just fuck about, like
I know exactly.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I smoke like 7 zoots a day now.
Drips, basically.
Yeah. Like, that's me and like boys going out on the weekend. Like,
and by the way, those people were normally the good-looking. Life was good for them in school.
They'll be the popular ones,
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying, like. They're the people that are on sites as well. That's what I don't like, because I feel like, oh, fucking hell, like, go away. Like, I don't want to surround myself with people like that at all.
No.
And you see a lot of them on site. So that's a big thing, like, where I'm so conscious of the company I keep now.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I think that's the thing that I don't like about it. Obviously, I want more money and want all this other stuff, but
Yeah. Because here's the thing as well, yeah. There's a fine line of being
yeah. Fine line of what, Lou?
There's a fine line where you just got to be true to yourself, kind of thing. Is where I've had it before, where I've had a conversation with someone and we was talking about houses and stuff. I was like, fuck that. I want a house with an indoor swimming pool, let's say, or whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. It was years ago. And then that person was like, well, it's okay to have a normal house. That's just been snobbish. I was like, what did I say wrong? I was just expressing...
What did you say?
Ambition.
What did you say, though, that they said that was wrong?
I said, like, I want a house with an indoor swimming pool, and it has to be in a nice postcode, right, or whatever it was. And they took it as everything else isn't as good. But if you say out loud, like, I don't want to live in a shithole, I want to live somewhere nice, people can instantly go, he's a snob, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you just got to be honest. You don't want to live there. I want to live there.
No.
And
You're
that's
born
what
into
I
a certain
found.
standard as well.
Well, it's just ambition. If you want to go up, go up. If you want to stay in the same fucking place, stay in the same fucking place.
Yeah.
But if you say that to some people, they'll think you're a snob.
Oh, mate, you see it on site more than anything.
Yeah.
Like people who haven't got the ambition to ever better themselves. Do you know what I mean? And they think like I remember saying to my girlfriend's dad, in his group of mates, like he's very like well-to-do, like very like we'd say like he's very posh.
Yeah.
But in his group of mates, if you didn't go to private school, you'd get bantered.
Yeah.
And I was saying to him how in my work or like in my group of mates, even not my group of mates like all nice boys, but if you go to private school, you'd get bantered. Do you know what I mean? It's completely different worlds.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like that just shows.
Yeah.
What was the point?
It's just about like people being snobs and stuff. Because sometimes it's okay to be a snob. I think people that don't get it will think you're a snob. People that don't get it totally agree with you. Does that make sense?
Do it again.
So if there's a certain sort of standard of life that you must have in your mind, that's what I'm going to have. That's who I am. That's what I'm going to have. That's what I want, right? I would understand if you say to me, I don't want to live in a council estate. What the fuck do I want to live in a nice area with large houses? There's nothing wrong with that. But you say that to someone that's only ever grown up in a council estate, they think you're a snob. It's like, no, you get out of the council estate. That's all it is. Someone's got to own your family, so you do it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not.
But if you don't want to and you're happy being there, then stay there.
100%. And I know people that would be what I call. So if I said that, I go, you're a snob because you have to live in a nice postcode and whatever, right? But they're the type of people that would look at you like you're a mug if you're wearing Puma.
What?
I've had it before. Like, it wasn't Puma. It was my Reeboks. Ashley said I got no trainer game. I think they're decent.
What? Well, I mean, they're just like basic.
They're just standard, yeah. Right. Anyway, fucking.
When did he say that?
It was like bantering about. Fuck it. See, a trainer snob. So
he is a trainer snob. He loves his trainers.
He likes sort of the night stuff. But like these people I know, they took the piss out of me for wearing them. There's other people that was like, I think they're nice. I was like, I bought them to ruin them. Like that's why I buy them, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, I'm a snob because I want a big house, but yet this guy spends £800 on one pair of trainers and lives in a council house, and yet I'm the snob. He just judged me for what I'm wearing. Yeah. I just don't spend my money on my feet. I want to put it into my bricks and mortar. What's wrong with that?
Is that the same sort of thing? Like, it's priorities at the end of the day. But
I thought that was a good conversation.
It was a good conversation.
I like conversations like that.
Now we're going to the next segment where Lee bends over the table and we see how many coffee jars we can fit up his bum.
This is why this is new here.
Oh, that's a big bullet there.
Someone probably could do that, you know.
Oh, definitely.
King Joe or something.
I've seen videos of them doing bigger than that. I reckon Ashley will swallow that one up, you know.
Yeah.
So what do we talk about now? So sorry about like the lack of lemon squeezers segments recently, people. We thought we'd just freestyle a couple of episodes, you know, just chit chat. We did get quite a good bit of feedback on the last episode. I think it's just a nice little change up, isn't it?
Because what normally happens is once we get into a conversation and then we realise an hour's just completely gone. You're like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
What was that?
I thought.
Oh, right. It sounded like a dinosaur in my head.
But yeah. How about the podcast numbers?
That was mad.
That was mental.
We had a first spike.
We thought that we'd gone viral. We didn't know what happened.
Nah.
We had should we say the numbers on it?
Nah.
No. We had a lot of downloads.
We had a lot.
Yeah.
But
in one day.
It just escalated in one day. It didn't carry on for long.
Well, I mean, it was the whole day.
Yeah, but it just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What on earth spiked that?
Don't know.
By the way, if you haven't got a podcast and you are listening to this, what a feeling. Like, it's as good. It's probably a slightly better feeling than actually getting a big trade for the first time. Not gonna lie, I was sitting there in bed and I was like, yes, fucking yes.
It
like,
was good, wasn't it?
It's a powerful feeling.
It is. It's pretty mental. Like, even though like we do talk about numbers quite a lot, like especially on the Patreon. So we talk about all the behind the scenes stuff over there. So if you want to do that, people, there is a tier now for £3. All right, get over there. That's a coffee. Come on. Like a coffee.
It's a coffee, bruv.
Do you know what I mean? It's a coffee, people. You're probably paying £5 for your RuneScape membership, right? You're probably paying £5 for your Clash of Clans season pass.
I think we're going to do like a cheaper tier anyway.
That's the cheapest we could do.
Which one?
Is it £3? I think it was £3.
Oh yeah, £3. Sweet. So
I tried to do £2, people, but it says don't do less than £3.
We're not trying to beg for money, people. It's just a matter of being able to take a transition from quitting your job, because I'd like to do this at one point where we are releasing an episode every single day.
Jesus fuck.
Well, yeah, but by then it's worth it.
A lot of episodes.
By then it's worth it.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it'd be worth it, but we'd have to find
up
some other stuff to talk about.
Yeah. But to get to that transition, we're gonna need a little bit of help.
Yeah,
and
that cup of coffee really helps people.
Yeah.
If you're rich. Like, if you listen to this and you're rich, buy the £20 one.
Just fucking lease a warehouse and pay the bills for you.
Yeah.
And
listen, we're not begging, but we are. Please, people, get over there, buy a subscription. It's literally nothing. All right, it's nothing. If you're a working person, £3. Come on. And also, if you listen to any other podcasts and recommend us to join their Patreon, tell us, because we'll do that. All right, we'll spread the love around. But also, we should probably address these bright orange T-shirts we're wearing, which have been sent to us kindly from the boys at FPL Juice, which is the Fantasy Premier League podcast show. Do you play? You're not into football at all, are you?
No, not at all. But West Ham are doing pretty decent.
West Ham are doing decent.
Very well.
We are 5th in the league, people.
The last game. That's my first ever obsession sort of moment. I was out and then I checked the West Ham scores because I kept seeing it in the group chat.
Yeah.
I was like, is this live now? I was sitting there refreshing. It was like 3-1. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
3-2. I was like, nah. Sitting there just refreshing every 2 minutes. And it was a good feeling. I might start to follow West Ham a little bit more.
Well, there we go.
Then start talking to my brother. They get a new stadium. It's sick. I'm we're forever blowing bubbles on this podcast.
Oh, wow. He's gone balls deep. But people, if you like your Fantasy Premier League or you like any talk about football, get over to their podcast, FPL Juice. It is produced by the one and only Launchpod Studios. You know, our big bad friend James.
James, yeah.
Big bad James with the big balls.
Big balls, James.
And at the end of this episode, how long have we got left?
We've got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So at the end of this episode, we are opening the final box from the challenge box that James sent us from Launchpod Studios. So we'll do that in about 5 or so minutes. Open that one up. And we will be over on the Patreon doing whatever this challenge is.
Just open the box quickly. But don't open the box in the box. Let's get you engaged into what's in this box. Oh. Wait. Boom! Look at that.
Boom. Done.
Done.
So these are the final boxes. Should we just open it now?
No, it's got to be for the Patreons, isn't it?
Yeah, no. We'll open it now, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll do it on the Patreon.
All right then.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it make them. Tell you what, let's open it ourselves, and they can see our reaction.
Yeah, that's what we done last week, you nutter.
There's a lot of toothbrushes for some reason,
So we got more toothbrushes, which is the world's smallest toothbrush.
and a glove.
A glove. We've got 2 black gloves. Oh, we ain't doing anal insertions, are we?
Oh, I don't know. You did mention that bottle thing, didn't you?
We got some Tic Tacs and one chip challenge, people.
One chip challenge.
It says warning hot. Milk/yogurt helps, but we ain't got any milk or yogurt.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Fuck it, we'll work it out.
It says, are you ready for the hottest chili challenge in the world? Not again.
Oh, fuck me.
So, corn crisp
I'm doing
with
it,
Carolina Reaper chili. So,
Yeah.
at the end of this episode, on the Patreon, which we release every Wednesday, people, we are going to be eating this one chip challenge.
And we're also going to we're going to skin the cat as well. Oh, no.
Skin a cat and eat a hottest chip in the world.
Yeah.
So,
All right, mate. Let's
make
do it.
sure you subscribe to that, people. But
We've got another 10 minutes left anyway.
yeah. So what do you want to talk about, Lee?
Have you had any quick fire questions or anything like that sort of recently?
Do you know what? I completely forgot to put out. A
It
post.
is nice having a little bit of a break from
The segments.
the segment because
of course.
it generally gets to the point where a lot of the questions are the same,
Yeah.
but in different contexts.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
I mean, we want them back soon, people. We are going to be doing.
we got a lot of really good stuff in the works. We're upgrading
Yeah.
this whole camera system, so we're going to be proper YouTubers, basically, right?
Pretty much.
Proper YouTubers, and then we've got this whole new back all going to happen, and it's we have a new head going to be inserted on the table.
How weird do these look?
I really like them. This could be our new fucking uniform for the podcast.
We should do.
I kind of like the t-shirt.
We should do a true crime. It's a nice fit, isn't it?
I actually like this. I think we should buy one.
Look at that,
I think we
people.
should get a couple of them. I think we should do this sort of stuff.
FPL juice.
And if anyone wants to send us in some shirts, because we want to do...
What?
We want to get... So this summer's coming. I'll tell you what. Shall we do...
Wait. What are you saying? Send us in some shirts.
Yeah, let me explain, yeah? So I was thinking, when it gets hot, we can have Hawaiian shirts. And if anyone... We'll do a challenge. You can send the worst shirt.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah?
Anything. If people want to buy a plain
Should we
white
add one to
shirt
our store?
and just draw over it with nonce or
Like
something,
a Levers shirt.
yeah, then please do it. You have to get in contact with us on Instagram, which is at Lemon Squeezers Pod, or through our website www.lemonsqueezers.co.uk. In case you didn't hear that.
.co.uk. Lemonsqueeze.co.uk.
But yeah, get in touch over there.
We still got like 7 minutes.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's fine. What can we talk about?
I feel like
These are really making me like claustrophobic. I feel like.
I quite like them. I think these would be nice in a handshake.
Do you? I bet you got like a kink for latex, haven't you?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
haven't.
horrible.
I haven't got anything for latex. Really.
Look
I don't
at
normally
that-
like wearing them.
Look at that hand though. It actually looks like my skin's painted.
It looks like a face mask. Have you had that that black
Yeah, the
black
peel.
stuff? Yeah, it's a bit like that. That's good. That stuff. Yeah.
Oh, so it's nearly out. We're nearly out of lockdown as well, Lee.
Yeah, we are. But apparently he's going to extend it.
Really?
Yeah, it was news yesterday. He's preparing for the third wave.
Oh, have a laugh.
I don't even care anymore. We haven't done that in a while, you know.
Didn't have to cut
Do
anything
you know
out
what?
there.
I remember our early stages, on the early days, where you used to hear the beep all the time.
Yeah.
we used to fuck up bad in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if we still do the same fuck ups, but don't care.
There's definitely like a more of a comforting feel. I feel like at the start I was very wary to what we said,
Yeah.
and you were very loose.
What's our worst time now? Then?
Yes, you used to come out with some crackers, where I would be like, oh,
Like what?
well, I can't say it. You used to
can't
come out
remember.
with some stuff that I remember thinking like, oh my fucking god, and you just carry on going, and I think, well, obviously we can't leave that in there, can we? But
yeah, boy.
I feel like
Loose
you've
cannon
become,
Lee.
yeah, I feel like you've become more media trained, but I've become more relaxed to what we can leave in there. So we've sort of met in the middle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're definitely cancelable. All right.
Yeah,
There's
but so
potential out there for us to be cancelled, but what do we say? Fuck you. All right. We say fuck you. You ain't cancelling us.
as soon as someone says something, we just re-upload the episode and just like, what? We said what?
Yeah.
Said what?
That's
Just say the
obviously not
opposites
us.
to what they said. It's like, you said that Down syndromes had wide necks.
No.
What? And
No.
then they go back on it and says, Down syndromes have very narrow necks.
No, we just really badly edit in a Down syndromes do not have wide necks. Do you know what I mean? Really bad. Do not.
Do not have.
But you can't cancel us because we will bite back. Okay? We will knock on your doors and we'll say, hello, you little fucking bitch. I will fucking kill you and your family.
You're not a naturally threatening fella. You
Really?
sit down.
Really?
Sit down.
Hey, listen, you. This is me being threatening on a night out. All right? Slap my girlfriend's bum. Hey, you. You don't do that around here. Now you take your beer and you go back out there. Capiche?
Capiche?
See, it works.
I don't know. I don't know how would you actually approach somebody? Let's sort of start again.
Oh, slap my girlfriend's bum.
I think that's a bit different. I think that's a bit different.
That's a lot.
That's a sexual assault, isn't it? Really.
That's a whether
Yeah.
you're liking it or not, you've got to punch this geezer.
Have you ever been in a situation where you don't actually realise who you are until that actually happens? Because I've had it before when I've had an argument with somebody, and normally I'm the calmer one, the more laid back one of the group. But certain circumstance, I would flip,
Yeah.
absolute go mental, and people were like, I didn't know you was like that. So I'm not until you're in that position.
Yeah.
Have you ever discovered that yet? Or- I find myself not in trouble very often though. So I don't go out and get into these problems because trouble just doesn't find me.
Yeah, I'm very much the same as that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I think we spoke about this before, but I feel like I've always been switched on with like situations
Yeah.
that you put yourself in.
Yeah.
Like ever since a young age, which sometimes can come across as boring. I feel like,
It's
but
just reading a room, right? It's
Yeah.
really all it is.
yeah, if I see someone who I can see is a bit fucking like, you can tell people that want to fight sometimes.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'll just feel like, and I'll say to my mates, like, don't go over there, like, or don't like
Yeah.
start fucking about. There's like people in here just are ready for a fight or whatever.
To do this, some people are in bad moods, and like, they might have done gear in bad moods. The parents could have passed away or something, so it puts them in a bad
Yeah,
position. So to go and antagonise someone,
Antagonise.
it's like I've been there before when antagonise, whatever it is. Have I said it wrong again?
no, that's right.
You get guys that will say something, not personally to me, but you get guys that would say, like, "Are you looking at me?" or something like that, and he's like, "No, I'm literally standing at the bar." Like, you know, sometimes you're just not really with the room,
Yeah,
and you get those guys that are just out there, like, "Are you looking at my bird?" It's like, "Not really, your bird's looking at me." That's the truth, right? And then they start getting wound up. It's like your bird's with a donut. Like, your
Yeah.
bird, you are a fucking donut. For start giving it that, because if someone was looking at my girlfriend, I kind of compliment myself. It's like, eh.
yeah,
But if my girlfriend enticed him on, You shouldn't be with that girl.
Yeah, yeah.
The way I see it.
Yeah,
so
that's
you can't
true.
you can't exactly stick up for her. It's if a bloke sexually assaulted her, then war's happening. Fuck,
Yeah.
one advert the whole time.
I do say this to people. I'm like, if someone come up to my
If you want to sponsor
girlfriend,
the podcast, by the way, just send us a message.
if
because-
someone come up to my girlfriend and like ask to buy her a drink, like if I weren't there, say I went to the toilet and I come
Yeah.
back and this geezer's like pesting her, I wouldn't. I know some people would be like, "What the fuck are you doing, mate?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like I'd walk over, I'd probably like laughing and be like, "What's happening? Like, what's going on?"
yeah.
And then they'd be like, then it's up to
Yeah.
them how they act. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But I'd say it in a funny way. I'd be like, "Oh, that's my girlfriend, mate." Something like that. Not threatening.
Yeah.
And then it depends on how they act to
Yeah.
what you do next. If they say,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, mate," like there's no problem there at all.
They don't know they're single.
Exactly.
They don't know they're single.
But if he carried on after that point,
Yeah.
then it starts getting a bit different.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I've seen it where I've been out with this lad, right? And was in a long term relationship, me and him. No, so
Slipped up there.
I was out with this lad, right? And
Yeah.
his girlfriend was blatantly flirting with loads of people.
Oh, mate.
And I was like, "Are you alright with this?" And he's like, "Not really, but I think I could do this." I was like, "Really?"
Wow.
And he wasn't with her. Well, he was with her about a year, but he had been cheated on by her quite a few
wow.
times, and he kept going back.
Well, that's his
I
fault,
have
isn't it?
never ever been that obsessed over someone that I would let them run my life like that.
No, that's his problem.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how he wants to be, like, Jesus Christ, that's pretty
Yeah.
bad, though. In front of him as well. Did I ever say to you, I don't know if I ever said on here, about that murder that I heard about. And I just couldn't get my head around it. I was thinking, what the fuck? Like, I don't know how I'd react, but there was a murder where, I'm going to say it like it's you, yeah? You've gone out with your bird, you're in a club. You, your girlfriend, and I think a couple of her mates, I think it was, yeah? You're in a club and, like, whatever, like, enjoying your night. Your girlfriend's gone to the bar to get a drink. A geezer has spoken to her, yeah? They've got this all on camera in the nightclub. Has spoken to her, and your girlfriend's given him her phone to put her number in, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're in a club at this point,
Yeah.
just not seeing this. You've then gone home together, your girlfriend. You've walked her to her door at like 2 a.m. after the night out, and you've gone home thinking your girlfriend's gone to bed, like everything's sweet.
Yeah.
She's then texted this geezer, and the geezer's come and picked her up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's murdered her. All right, so he's taken her somewhere, he's murdered her. Like, I think he chops her up and stuff. But, like, I was thinking, oh, that's devastating, this girl's gone missing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get my head around the whole thing of, like, I think that is one of the worst things I've ever heard, like, in a way of cheating. When people cheat, I'm so against it anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the worst thing. Your boyfriend's been out with you when you've met this bloke. Your boyfriend's dropped you to your house and walked you to your door.
Yeah.
And you've then met a geezer after. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, in my head.
How do you get that it's bad?
Yeah.
She's
I don't
an
want to.
arsehole.
I don't want to say you deserved it because no one
you're an
deserves
arsehole.
that.
Yeah. I'll tell you, like, there was on well, no, it wasn't Tinder. I met this girl on like a night out. Like, so there was a bunch. This was in some nightclub, and she liked me straight away. The minute we met. Anyway, long story short, I wasn't really into her. I wasn't rude to her. Nothing, but she was quite obsessed with me for a good like 3 or 4 months.
All right.
I was never really meeting her either.
Yeah.
I only literally met her in person probably about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
And just was nothing there with us, right? But she was obsessed with me. I had her friends text me going, "Oh, she's obsessed with you, blah, blah, blah." And she wouldn't leave me alone for months. This was must be about 18, possibly 19. And I did not know how to get rid of this fucking girl. Like, my friend was talking to her mate. She was a little bit weird as well, her mate, but nowhere near as bad as my one. And I was in the pub one day, and this fella showed me a picture of this girl he was texting, and it's the same one.
Yeah.
I was like, "Godsend, right? Oh my God, please send me these messages." I sent the message, and the only way to get rid of her was to show her she's been texting other people, so
Yeah.
I could permanently get rid of her.
Yeah.
And it was so relieving. That's how I got my stalker to stop stop stalking me.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
See, men can be stalked as well,
Yeah.
people. All right.
Girls are more scarier stalkers, I think. I think they got it in the eyes. Like, I suppose you don't get a scary man.
I was saying
like a
this.
fucking man and get a bit nutty.
I feel like you get seedy men.
Yeah.
Like men, and obviously it's scary for women because like men could overpower them.
Yeah.
Like a majority
Yeah,
anyway. But there's something about a woman. If I think of like a scatty woman like stalking me, that scares me more.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
This guy, that was a guy. Like, well, yeah, he's a guy, but he wasn't a
He's
friend.
a dog.
Yeah,
I say guy. He's a giraffe.
He was. He's someone that done loads of building work for us,
Yeah.
but then become a family friend because we had so much work with him, right?
Yeah.
And he used to argue with his wife and stuff, right? And one day he woke up and she had spray painted the whole bedroom, like
nice.
die, kill yourself, all these symbols. And he woke up, yeah, and she was in the kitchen just like buttering toast, all like, "You right? Have a good night's sleep?" And he woke up with all this stuff all over his roof. He's like, "Fuck me, I've got to pause this one."
That's pretty mental.
That's mental, innit? That scared
But
me.
why though? What had he done?
I think she's just fucking lost the plot. Lost the plot.
I feel like there's more to that
'Cause
story though.
I have heard of it now. I'm getting older. It's more happens in sort of older relationships. How, I mean, I've only heard the man's perspective, but how their wives have gone got a bit crazy, and in some cases, some of them are mentally ill.
So what are you trying to say? Women are mental.
I've heard of stories.
I do not agree with this.
No, I'm not saying this is all women, but I'm just saying of stuff that is a bit scary. When we're young, our relationships might be all fine. But in 10, 20 years, one of us might go nuts, or they might go nuts.
Of course, yeah.
And it
You
happens a
never
lot.
know.
And it happens a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty mental now. So imagine in 20 years' time, Lee, you've got serial killer tendencies.
If that was the case, you wouldn't be coming back here. You'd be like, fuck this.
Listen, all right, serial killers are often charming. You're like Ted Bundy. All right, you're charming me into this podcast. It's only a matter of time before I get murdered and bummed. Anyway, on that note, people, that is the end of episode 67. Yeah, like we said, we are going over to Patreon now, and we are going to do the one chip challenge, the world's hottest chip.
Yeah.
Or crisp, we say in England. I think it's a crisp anyway.
Either way, it sounds bad.
I think it feels like a Pringles, I think. But yeah, if you haven't already, get over to the Patreon, please, please, please. It is literally a coffee, people, all right? And we love having you fans. We love having you listeners, but we love your money more. Okay, so get over there and get to the Patreon and support us. £3 a month. It's really nothing, but it does help us.
Yeah.
And also follow the Lemon Squeezers page. Follow the Instagram at Lemon Squeezers Pod, where you can keep up to date with all the stuff that goes on and the fun clips. Get over to the YouTube, just search Lemon Squeezers Podcast, and you'll find us on there. Drop us up a subscription. Follow us on there and tell your friends. You know, that's the most important thing. Tell your friends. If your friend likes comedy, likes chilled out podcasts, sometimes likes a bit erratic comments.
Comments on the YouTubes really helps the algorithm. So can you write in there what you want us to change and what you think is good and what's the bad, and then we can self-improve.
Or even if you just write in there an object that you like to put up your bum.
Yeah.
Anything. Because it helps the algorithm.
That's cool. I like that.
All right. So just get over there, do that. And I think that's it. If you were offended by anything in this episode, people, just remember that you're in the right place.
Just in the wrong mood. Or just fuck off.
I've
said that a lot. All right then.
Later.
Kushti. And in this next scene, you will see a couple of trolls next to a river. Look, there's a river there.
River.
River. River.
River.
River.
River.
This next scene, you will see a couple of aliens having a conversation.
Uranus.
Jupiter.
Uranus.
Jupiter.
Uranus.
Jupiter.
No. Uranus.
Oh,
It's-
fucking hell. I'm about to shit myself. In this next scene, you see a couple of poodles talking about buying a multi-gym. This next scene, you see a vampire sucking the blood of its victim.
Come here, sexy lady. I want to suck your blood.
That's my neck. Don't.
What? I stopped sucking your neck about 4 hours ago.
Okay. I think we've had enough Netflix and chills.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go now. Bit awkward.
Bye. Bye.